abide by the decisions of the officials. Spectators can support their program by refraining from derogatory remarks or cheers. We hope that you will enjoy the game and support all participants in a positive sportsmanlike manner. Now introducing the starting lineups. First for the visiting Boxers. Senior forward, 00, Ava Montero. Senior guard, number 4, Nevaeh King. Senior forward, number 11, Sana Lee Carter. Senior guard, number 12, Tasia Madison. Sophomore guard, number 15, Tanaya Simpson. Coach of the Boxers is Barbara Enos, assisted by Nick Loriano. And now introducing the starting lineups for your Dartmouth High School Indians. Sophomore forward, number 3, Kaylin Zuber. Junior guard, number 5, Remy Barber. Sophomore guard, number 11, Lily Ganji. Senior forward, captain number 14, Haley Martin. Junior guard, captain number 10, Kat Cheesebro. Coach of the Indians is Brian Jalbert, assisted by Shane Fennessy, Miles Oniers, and Colby Brooks. The MIAA reminds you to support a winning attitude on the court and in the stands. At this time, I'd ask you to please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Your exclusive source for all things Dartmouth, is proud to present the exclusive high school athletics game of the week as the homestanding Dartmouth High Lady Indians play host to the visiting Lady Boxers of Brockton High School in a South Coast Conference League tilt here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. Hello again, everyone. Ian Abreu here with you, courtside, flying solo here tonight. And you see the homestanding Indians coming in with a very strong 12-1 record so far on the 2023-2024 campaign, as the Boxers come in at 6-5. The starting lineup for the Indians, we'll get into that in just a moment, but of course the Indians are led by their 1,000-point scorer, the lady averaging almost 30 points a game at 28.6 points per game, Kat Cheesebro. And the opening tip is controlled by the Indians, and it'll be started by Remy Barber as she gives way to Lily Ganji. Ganji, the point guard, just past the timeline. She'll slow it down and she'll quarterback that offense. Ganji being guarded by Tasia Madison, point guard on point guard. Barber, swing it, right side, that's a 3 if it's good. It was taken by Zuber, no good, but the rebound is grabbed by Ganji right at the hoop, right underneath. Kick up top, 3-ball, left side shot taken by Barber, no good. Save attempt by Zuber. She could not save it from crossing the end line, out of bounds. It'll be Boxer ball. Starters for the Indians, Caitlin Zuber, she'll be up front at forward. 3 guards set as always, as that's a kick ball out of bounds off the foot of Tania Simpson. It'll be Indian ball. Anyway, back to the Indian starters. You'll have Remy Barber as one of the guards, Kat Cheesebro, one of the other guards, and the third guard, Lily Ganji, and also up front, you'll have Haley Martins down low. That's your starting 5 for the Lady Indians, and that's a starting 5 that has bared much fruit for head coach Brian Jalbert and these Indians. That's a 2-point field goal. 1 foot was on the line, 1 foot was behind the line. The shot is good for Remy Barber, and the Indians draw first blood here in the first. Brockton now finally setting it up for a slowdown. Kick it back up top. Thinking about a 3, instead she'll penetrate to the hoop. Shot is up, no good, taken by Nevia King, but Nevia King will shoot 2 at the charity stripe as she draws the contact down low from Haley Martins. That'll be Haley's first personal foul, first team foul, and 2 shots will be forthcoming for King. Can't make either one of them. Ball is deflected out of bounds. It goes off the hand of Sonali Carter. The pendulum will go back to Dartmouth, and they have a chance to double their lead. Ganji kick it right side of the arc to Barber. Back up top to Ganji. Swing it around we go. Right side of the elbow now down to Zuber. Zuber baseline. Zuber tries to go 1-on-3. The floater is no good. Rebound hoovered up by King. King tries to go coast to coast again. No good. But again, she draws the contact. And once again, she'll go back to the line. So on back-to-back possessions, Nevia King taking it hard to the rack, drawing the contact, getting the free throws. Foul will go against Remy Barber. That's Remy's first, team second. Can't make either free throw once again, but a nice box out, and the rebound is grabbed by the Boxers. Taking the rebound there in the box out was Ava Montero. Kick it back up top. Madison, free throw line jumper, no good. Save, deflected out of bounds. It'll be Dartmouth ball as it goes off of Carter, who is trying to bank it off of Ganji on a deflection down by the baseline. But by the time she did that, she was already well out of bounds with the ball in her wickets. Here's Barber up top, swing it around we go to Ganji. Ganji will take a 3, high and wide, rebound is loose on the deck. Who wants it, who's got it? The Indians have got it, and now they'll look to retain possession. Here's Cheesebro. Free throw line floater, rolls around and out. No good, rebound to Brockton, and they've got numbers if they hurry, but an errant pass out of bounds. It'll be Dartmouth ball. The pass that time was led on by Tania Simpson, and it was just too far out of the reach of Madison. Just about 3 minutes into this first quarter, and we've only had 1 field goal. A lot of sloppy play thus far on both sides. As a point of note, the Lady Indians beat the Lady Boxers earlier this year up in Brockton, 56-38. Baseline jumper, high and wide again. Rebound grabbed down low by Martins, and Martins hits the deck. She's called for the travel. Got to give credit to Haley Martins there on the box out to grab the rebound, but the problem is she took a few steps back, hit the floor, and as a result, she was called for the travel. She took a few steps back and could not get rid of the ball in time. That's a 3 taken by Carter, no good. Rebound deflected out of bounds. It'll remain Boxer ball, as trying to save it from going out of bounds was Ganji right near our table. And Brockton will inbound right in front of us. It'll be Simpson on the inbound. Tania looking for help and gets it as she hooks up with King. King, who we've already seen can slash and gash to the hoop. Montero gets her pocket picked. Nice defense there by Martins, and the Indians have numbers if they hurry. In transition, a drop back pass was too hot to handle for Zuber, out of bounds, Boxer ball. Both teams having a lot of difficulty settling in here in the early moments of this first quarter. Here's King once again. Gets her pocket pick, stolen by Zuber all alone, no good. But she'll draw the contact, and she will be rewarded with 2 shots at the free throw line as she's smacked on the way to the rack. And of course, the foul will go against King, who had the ball stolen away from her. And Caitlin, the sophomore forward, will have a chance to double the Dartmouth lead. We've had a combined 5 missed free throws so far this evening between both teams. And anyone will tell you, in a closely knit game, especially between league rivals, you got to make these freebies. And Caitlin can't make either. The ball is deflected out of bounds. It'll be Boxer ball as it went off of Zuber down low as she was hustling for that rebound. 2-0 your score in favor of the Indians. Nice cut to the basket, a wild shot taken by Madison. No good, ball is loose, who wants it? Zuber's there, grabs it, and she gets it up, getting across center. Shot is up by Cheesebro, too hard in transition. Kate's 0 for 2 so far here this evening, very unlike her. Down low, wide open, off the window, shot by Simpson, no good. Ball is loose, rebound again to Zuber, and the Indians now have a 3-on-2 if they decide to take advantage, and they'll slow it down, but they bump into each other as Ganji bumps right into Zuber in the transition. The ball was loose down low, and we're going to get a foul against Brockton in the process, as we had a whole lot of, I don't know what's going on here. It's 2-0 your score. And the ball was deflected out of bounds in the process, and it's going to reset. We'll get 25 on the shot clock, and we, as you can see, head coach of Brockton, Barbara Enos, kind of confused on what the call was, what's going on. We were all sort of confused too. There's Kate all alone. Cheesebro off the window is good. So Kat Cheesebro banks it off the glass and in, and the Indians have grown their lead to 4-0. Here's King. King. That's a 2-point shot. If it's good, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Ganji, but Ganji gets her hand smacked out of bounds by Simpson. It'll now be Indian ball as Simpson smacked it out of her hand. 3:15 to go. Dartmouth on top, 4-0. Glad you've joined us here on DC TV. Here's Cheesebro. Tries to get that pick set. Draws a double team. She airmails the pass looking for Ganji as she was trying to go over that double team. An airmail out of bounds, Boxer ball. We have a substitution coming in for Brockton now, as Ava Montero will take a seat and Layla Rivera will come in. So 14 in and 0-0 out for the Boxers. Here's Carter on the right side. Jumper is up and good. That's a 3-pointer coming off the bench. Layla Rivera with the hot hand. A much-needed spark off the bench that time for Rivera and the Boxers, and she nets home their first field goal of the evening. It's 4-3. Reverse layup that time by Zuber's no good, but she is fouled on the way to the goal, so she'll shoot 2 at the line. The foul's going to go against Sonali Carter. That's her first personal, second team foul here in the quarter. Kaylin is a good free throw shooter, as I jinx her, of course, but typically she does well at the line. Speaking of Dartmouth being in a good spot, they come into tonight's action 12-1 overall in the Division II girls power rankings, as Kaylin misses both, but the rebound is grabbed by Ganji. But Ganji's pass for Cheesebro is errant and stolen by King. But now King gets stolen by Barber on the back hustle. Here's Cheesebro, slows it down, and you're going to see Cheesebro drawing a 2-defender tag team every time she gets the ball. And you see right there, even though she draws the tag team defense, her shot is no good, but she draws the contact, and she'll go to the line, and she'll shoot a pair. You see right there, she was met by the wall of both Simpson and King, and the foul will go against Simpson as she drew the contact. That'll be Simpson's first, third team foul here in the quarter. Anyway, going back to the power rankings for the girls, Dartmouth comes into tonight's game at 12-1. So 12-1, 8th overall is their ranking. And that was a 3-point shot, so it'll be a 3 for at the line for Kat, and she makes all 3. Money in the bank when Cheesebro goes to the line. 7-3 now your score. We're gonna get a hand check foul here called against Ganji, as she was getting a little too aggressive with Simpson. Smacks the ball out of her hand, but got a whole lot of wrist in the process. 2 minutes to go here in the first stanza. 7-3 your score in favor of the good guys. Here's Madison, kick it left side to Rivera, who came off the bench and has potted home the only score so far of the ball game for these Lady Boxers. Free throw line floater is money in the bank for Tajia Madison. 7-5 now your score. Well done, nice floater, nice high arc. Pass that time by Kat is stolen away, trying to go baseline. Rivera makes the steal. Rivera slows it down, kicks it up top to King. That's a 3 on the corner if it's good. The shot was taken by Madison, no good. We get a jump ball called, but the arrow's gonna go back to Brockton because remember, the Indians won the opening tap. To inbound under the Indian defending hoop will be Simpson. Simpson looking for help, finds it, and King. King kicks up top. That's a 3, it's no good. It was taken by Carter, no good. Rebound grabbed by Kate Sullivan off the bench. Sullivan, outlet pass, layup is up and good by Cheesebro in transition. Nice layup by Cheesebro, nice heads up pass by Sullivan. 9-5 your score. We've dipped under the 1 minute mark here. That's a 3 by Rivera. No good. Rebound. Ball is loose on the baseline, and the Indians have numbers if they hurry. All alone to Sullivan. Money in the bank. And with that layup, the Indians have now more than doubled their lead. It's 11-5. And head coach Barbara Enos has seen enough. She'll call a timeout. And let's take a look at that transition. The rebound was loose on the baseline, grabbed by Zuber, and she finds Sullivan off the bench, the junior forward, all alone, and it's nothing but money in the bank. 42.1 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 11-5 your score in favor of the Indians. Glad you've decided to spend part of your evening with us, whether you're watching us on the YouTube live stream in real time or watching us later on in the week on Dartmouth Community Television. Glad you've joined us. We're here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight for the girls' action. And why not? These girls have been the talk of the town so far this season, as the student body, fans, parents, and community at large have visions of a state title in their sights. And why not? When you start a season at 12-1 and you're ranked 8th in the entire Commonwealth, it's definitely an achievable dream. Here's Rivera, looking to find right near us. Madison deflected out of bounds. Nice hustle on the back check by Sullivan. Sullivan all over Rivera like white on rice on the inbound. She does get it in. Here's Rivera calling the action. Sullivan strips it away, out of bounds. There's a debate and a controversy in who it went off of. Sullivan stripped it away. It looked here by the naked eye that it actually went off of the leg of Simpson, and we're going to reverse the call, and that is the right call. It did go off of Simpson, and we'll take a look. The near side official said one call, and the far side said, wait a minute, let's take a look. Nice defense by Sullivan to get it off of the wickets of Simpson. The shot clock turned off with the game clock at 15. Cheesebro, bounce pass, Sullivan, no good, but she draws the contact, and she'll shoot 2 at the line. Let's take a look at that, and that's the advantage of having someone like a Cat Cheesebro who commands that double team action constantly. You saw Cheesebro was at the free throw line, draw 2 defenders. As a result, found an opening down low for Sullivan, and she drew the contact and got 2 at the line. Lindsay Barber will check in for the Indians, so she'll come in, and Remy Barber will take a seat. Despite the foul, Kate Sullivan cannot make the Boxers pay. 6 seconds to go. Inbounds pass stolen by Barber. Barber finds it over to Zuber. Zuber going to the goal. She is hacked on the way up. The clock is stopped. We're going to call the foul. The shot will be taken with no time left on the clock in the first. Even though the time had expired, the call was made right as time was expiring, so it happened when the clock was still ticking down. As a result, Zuber will shoot 2 at the line. So that'll be the second personal foul called against Navia King. 5th team foul here in the quarter. So Kaylin makes 1 of 2, and with that, we will wrap up the first quarter of play with the score. Dartmouth High School 12 and Brockton High 5. We'll be right back shortly with second quarter action in just a moment here on DCTV. Second quarter of action here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center about to commence. 12-5, your score in favor of the homestanding Indians. To inbound right near us will be Lindsay Barber, the freshman guard off the bench. And here's Lily Ganji, the point guard, again back out there as she started at point, and she'll start the second quarter at point. Zuber up fakes, goes 1-on-3, tries that Euro step move, kick out. Barber thought about a 3. Barber will go to the rack. Shot is no good. Even if she made it, it would not be good anyway because she was called for the travel. She took 1 too many steps. Here's Tajia Madison, the Brockton point guard, slowing it down. Commands the action, draws 3 Indian defenders. I think you could have called her for a travel perhaps too. She dragged those feet along. But nonetheless, by the time she takes that shot, she draws the contact, and she'll go to the line. The foul goes against Kaylin Zuber. Not even sure why Zuber's being the one called for the foul. It looked as though Kate Sullivan was the one there. And they're going to call the foul on the floor, so it will not be a shooting foul. Even though she was in the act of shooting, they're going to say the foul happened on the floor before she hucked it up. Here's Madison, a floater from the free throw line. No good, back iron, rebound to Barber. Here's Cheesebro, Cat, spots from 20. Swish! Cat Cheesebro can't give her that mid-range jumper, especially from the free throw line out or right around the baseline. That's gonna be money in the bank. 14-5 now your score. The Indians on top by 9. That's a 2 if King can make it, no good. Rebound put back up, no good, as that shot was taken by Miles off the bench. Third opportunity by Rivera's no good. But Rivera, however, is rewarded for her efforts, and she will shoot 2 at the line. The foul is gonna go against Ganji. That's her second personal. And we'll take a look at that 20-foot jumper by Cheesebro. Still commands that double team action, but it doesn't matter. Shoots it right over the outstretched reach of Tajia Madison. But as you see, despite getting that double team, tag team action, she was able to step back far enough to get enough separation to make the shot good. And you see Rivera there, makes 2 at the free throw line. It's now a 14-7 game. Again, That foul was against Ganji. That's her second personal, second team foul of the quarter. Here's Kat, takes it baseline, draws 2 and 3 defenders back up top. Barber looking to thread the needle for Zuber, but it's stolen away by Rivera. Rivera tries to get it up across the timeline, deflected out of bounds by Zuber. It'll remain boxer ball with 34 on the shot clock, 6:24 on the game. Here's Rivera. Slows it down. She's really been the only offensive spark Brockton has had today. She has atoned for 5 of their 7 points. So she's responsible for pretty much all of their offense. Here's Fernandez. There's King, a floater, no good. Rebound is loose on the floor, trying to save it out of bounds. Was Miles, deflected, but it doesn't matter because it went off a slew of Indians down low. It'll remain boxer ball with 4 on the shot clock. Now we have another debate on who the ball went off of or who the ball should go to. Let's see here. We have a debate amongst all officials now. Let's take a look. You see here it's Miles with it. And that's tough. It's inconclusive. All 3 officials can't say definitively that it did not go off of an Indian, so it'll remain boxer ball with 3 on the shot clock, deflected out of bounds on the inbound attempted pass there. It'll still remain Brockton ball, but they're going to have to pretty much catch and shoot here. 3 on the shot clock. Inbound, free throw line, a wild turnaround shot taken by Carter, no good, and nice defense by the Indians to institute a full shot clock violation against Brockton. All right, here's Lindsay Barber across the timeline, slows it down. Has to give way to Kaylin Zuber. Zuber falls down, slips, but is able to find it to Cheesebro. Cat down to Sullivan, deflected out of bounds, almost, but saved by Barber. Barber saved the ball as it was out of bounds in the air and got it in. Nice play by Barber down low. That was a big-time play. Baseline going to the hoop. Shot is up, no good. We're going to get a contact call down low, and we're going to get 2 free throw shots coming on the way. I believe we are. The far side said 2. Now the other one is saying it's going to be on the floor. These 3 guys tonight, I don't know, this is the 3rd time now they've had some confusion amongst the call. That was definitely in the act of shooting. The far side put up 2 as in a 2 shot, and then the official who was inbounding the ball made the motion as if it was going to be an inbound behind the hoop. These 3 guys have to get in sync tonight. This is the 3rd time we've had a miscommunication or a conference, and we're not even through the 2nd quarter yet. Free throw line floater off the window is good. Layla Rivera continues her hot hand off the bench. She is responsible for 7 of the 9 boxer points here tonight. Here's Remy Barber. Cheesebro, free throw line jumper, back iron, rebound tipped, grabbed, goes off Rivera, out of bounds. Whose ball is it? More confusion as Enos is saying it's our ball. We're not sure whose it is, and now the call is made. It'll remain Indian ball. All right, Kaylin Zuber will inbound on the far side of the court. Looking for help, finding the help in Cheesebro with a fresh shot clock. Gives way to Zuber, pops it off, left side. Barber, top of the iron. Nice cut down low, shot is blocked. Rebound is up, shot is up and no good. Taken by Zuber. It was 2 opportunities for Dartmouth. One of them was by Zuber, and the second was just missed on the offensive rebound by Haley Martins. Ball is loose on the floor. It's grabbed by Haley Martins, and we're going to get a traveling violation called by the far side official, and it's going to remain, or going to swing back to Brockton, as Martins was called for that travel as she fell down on the rebound. Inbounds pass, stripped away and stolen, deflected out of bounds. Madison couldn't gain a handle, deflected. It'll remain Boxer ball with 32 on the shot clock to inbound right in front of us will be Miles. Here's Madison. That's 1 foot on the line, 1 foot off. That's a 2 if it's good, but it is not. Cheesebro is sent all alone, and that's lunch money. Kat Cheesebro getting behind the defense, was sent on a breakaway, and she touches it down. And on the inbound pass after the basket, we're going to get a foul called against Kat, as Cheesebro was trying to steal it away. And she was a little too aggressive on that as she was going after Rivera. And that'll be Kat's first personal, 3rd team foul here in the quarter with 3:50 to go. Indians 3 away from the penalty. Shot down low by Carter is no good. Rebound to Cheesebro. Here's Kat. Stops, pops for 3. No good. Rebound corralled by Miles. Miles hands it off over now to King. Left side, wide open 3 ball taken by Madison. No good. Rebound snagged away by Barber, and the Indians will look to set it up. 16-9 your score. Cheesebro for 2. No good. Rebound again grabbed by Miles. Back-to-back defensive stands by the Boxers and box outs by Miles. Here's Madison. Baseline floater. It's good, but she's called for the travel. Let's take a look at that last travel by Madison. I don't know, that was a 2-step. Some of the Brockton faithful not too happy to my left on that call. But if you're an Indian fan, you'll take it. Here's Ganji, the point guard. Very close to a backcourt violation there. She almost went backwards in the wrong way. Ganji over to Martins. Back up top, jump shot from Zuber, no good. Rebound was grabbed by Miles again, and King was there as well on the deflection. And we're gonna get a foul called against Dartmouth on the over the back. It's gonna go against Ganji. That's her 3rd personal, 4th team foul. And Skylar Floyd will check into the game now for the first time, the freshman for Dartmouth. So Skylar Floyd will come in, and she'll replace Kate Sullivan. 2:35 to go here in this opening stanza. 16-9 your score. Not the cleanest of games thus far for either side. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed opportunities. Shot is up, no good. Rebound grabbed by Martins and company. Here's Cheesebro. Thought about a 3, instead she'll kick it. Left side 3, that time taken by a Barber, no good. Rebound, all sorts of trouble as trying to get it across. The free throw line area is Miles. Miles was swarmed by a 1-on-3 swarming of the Indians. And the foul's gonna go against Haley Martins on the over the back. And the Indians are finding themselves close to being in foul trouble. 5 team fouls, getting close to the penalty here. So it'll be a 1-and-1 now as they get close to that penalty, and it's the single 1-and-1. Not in that double frame yet. All right, so both shots are taken at the line by Miles. Here's Cheesebro. Gets a nice pick set, draws 2 defenders, left side up top. There's Zuber. Nice up fake. Slips, hits the deck, no foul called, no travel called, just a complete slip up. Shot in transition, no good. Rebound up, count it, and she'll go to the line. Tania Simpson getting the offensive board on that first rebounded shot. And Brockton has a chance to cut this to a single possession lead at 2 points. The first shot was taken by Rivera. As you saw, no good. The foul goes against Floyd off the bench. Dartmouth maintains their 1 possession lead. It's a full possession at 3 points. Cheesebro, free throw line jumper. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Miles had it, lost control. Back up top will slow it down. Here's Cheesebro, draws 3 defenders. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound loose, who wants it? Cheesebro was all over the back of Simpson, but Simpson wins that battle with 1:25 to go. And Brockton having all sorts of trouble get out of their own backcourt, and as a result, Barbara Enos is going to burn a timeout. With 1:24 to go, with a chance to, at the very least, cut this to a 1-point game or maybe even tie it if you can make a 3. 16-13 in favor of Dartmouth High School here at the Carlin Lynch Activities Center. Certainly not the kind of start the Indians would have hoped for offensively anyway. Defensively, they've been locked in pretty good. They have forced a couple of shot clock violations. They've forced a couple of turnovers, but regardless of that, offensively, if you're Brian Jalbert, you're probably not too pleased with what's been happening. A lot of offensive turnovers, a lot of miscues, but they've got a first half here to look back on and correct their mistakes at halftime for sure. All right, 1:24 to go here. And here's Layla Rivera, who really has been the only offensive spark plug for Brockton so far tonight. Rivera draws 1-on-3, a high circus-like shot, no good as Floyd tries to get it. The ball is loose on the floor, and we're going to get another foul called against Dartmouth on the floor, on the push. And again now with Dartmouth being in the penalty, in the bonus, it'll be a guaranteed 2 shots now, and the foul's going to go against Floyd. Skylar Floyd has come off the bench and in a short time has picked up 2 quick personal fouls. Brockton 0 for 2 at the line. Rebound to Zuber. Zuber coast to coast. No good. Ball is loose. Sullivan tries to get it. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Indian ball as it goes off of the foot of Rivera of Brockton. 59.7 to go in the opening half. 34 on the shot clock. Dangerous inbound pass that time by Floyd. And it goes to Cheesebro. Cat feeds it over to Zubra. A deep 3, not even close. Rebound grabbed by Miles. Dartmouth, at the very least here, will get one last shot here. 3 ball on the left side. If it's good, off the glass, and yes, it is good. Tanaya Simpson, we're tied at 16, and Brian Jalbert's going to call a timeout. No one saw her on the left side of the elbow. Tanaya Simpson, wide open. Nothing but net right off the glass. And we have a 2-second differential here in the game clock to shot clock. Game is at 35.1. Shot is at 33. So for all intents and purposes, Dartmouth will have the final shot here of the half. Even if Dartmouth were to miss, Brockton would have to grab the rebound and pretty much huck up a full-length court shot here to get something to count. Well, if you're Brian Jalbert here, going over strategy, you're probably looking for a high pick up top, get Cheesebro off of that pick, and get her to where she's very comfortable on that mid-range jumper, either beyond the arc or just below the arc from free throw line back. That is her money shot. That is her money position. If that look isn't available, you're probably going to look to draw contact down low in the act of shooting. Crash the boards, get some bodies, and earn it at the charity stripe. We'll see what happens. Here's Lindsay Barber. Again, 2-second differential, game and shot clock. It would behoove Dartmouth to slow it down and bleed the clock. And it seems like that's what they're doing. Here's Barbara up top. To the other Barbara, Lindsay's shot is blocked, no contact, back up top. Cheesebro, 6 seconds, shot is good. It's a 2-point field goal with 4 seconds to go. Brockton having all sorts of trouble inbounding the ball, and they're not going to get it off. The inbounds pass was grabbed by Simpson, but she lost control out of bounds. And with that, we will run out of time, and it'll expire on the first half here at the Activity Center on the campus of Dartmouth High School. With the score, the homestanding Indians are on top, 18-16. Stay tuned for the second half action. We have all the makings for a barn burner here in just a moment.
The competition, the sacrifice, and team unity are the cornerstones of life for each and every one of us here.
Never in my wildest dreams. And when you're on chemo, you do have wild dreams. Did I ever think I would be inducted into this Hall of Fame?
My Dartmouth High School athletic days are some of my fondest memories.
I wish all of you in one day of your life could feel what this feels like. To do something you love for years and to be honored like this.
A Hall of Fame is something that is a great accolade. It's something that, we've all walked into that front area at Dartmouth High School and seen them pictures on the wall. It's such an honor to be able to have my face on there.
Dartmouth pride is more of, wearing green, wearing Dartmouth across your chest, being part of a team, being part of a family, and basically just the spirit of it, having the Dartmouth pride to get you through those 4 years.
So much more than just these stats and these wins and these titles. It's this passion, this contagious feeling of Dartmouth athletics, and its legacy. It has so much heritage, and it's passed on year after year because of people who are here tonight, because of the coaches and all that they do.
Your team of state champions, the Dartmouth High School champions of Division III.
Wow. Oh, this team has been wonderful.
Touchdown, Jordan Todman from 60 yards out.
You're going to get knocked down, you're going to hit, you're going to have a little pain, a little aggravation, and you got to understand that you've got to get back in the game. And I think that's life. We all get knocked down in life, and you got to get back and play the game of life and play it hard with a great deal of enthusiasm. And I think that's where I hope that they'd always do that.
We have all the makings for a barn burner here down the stretch at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center as the homestanding Lady Indians are on top by a very slim margin at 18-6. Only a single 2-point field goal here in the battle of South Coast Conference Titans. The Boxers, of course, coming in Division I ranked, and the Indians coming in Division II ranked, as slipping down and falling is Zuber on the steal attempt. She's swiped at, ball is out of bounds, it'll be Indian ball, and just like that, we're gonna get a foul called against the Boxers on the swipe. It'll be the first team foul, second personal foul against Sonali Carter. Here's Zuber slowing it down, looking for help, finds it with Remy Barbara. Barbara back up top, Zuber gets that pick set by Cheesebro, trying to drop it back, and she'll draw the foul. It'll be a blocking foul. It's going to go against, clear as day, Tania Simpson. So that'll be Simpson's third, and quickly, we've got 2 team fouls against Brockton, not even a minute in. Catch and shoot on the inbound by Cheesebro, no good. Ball is loose on the floor on the end line, but stepping out of bounds was Haley Martins. And she was pushed out as it was deflected. It's going to remain Indian ball. Haley Martins had the ball, By the time she grabbed it on the end line, it was already deflected off the Boxers, and the Indians are going to get a fresh 35. There's a three on the left side. It's up and good by Remy Barber. The left-hand shooting Barber threads the twine from the left side baseline. 21-16 in favor of Dartmouth. Circus-like shot in transition. Not to be outdone is Navia King. And King has a chance to match Barber's three with a three of her own. Let's take a look. And you missed it during the replay, but the three-point play attempt by King was no good. And the Indians are still on top by three. Three attempt again, taken by Barber, deflected out of bounds. It'll swing the pendulum over to Brockton, as is. The shot was missed and deflected, and it went off of an Indian down low. It looked like it went off of Remy Barber. Turnaround shot rolls around and out, taken by Montero. The center download, we have a tie-up. Jump ball called, and the arrow will go back over to Dartmouth. Zuber will inbound under her own basket. Here's Ganji. Feeds it down low to Cheesebro. Almost stepped out of bounds, but she was just able to save it. Cat draws three defenders, kick it right side, up top around the pendulum we go. Here's Barber, back over to Ganji, 12 on the shot clock. Here's Remy, down low to Ganji. Ganji a floater, no good. Rebound, nice box out and a grab by King. King thought about going coast to coast. Instead, she'll hand it off over to Simpson. Simpson around the rim and in on the layup. Tanaya Simpson, it's 21-20, and Dartmouth's lead has shrunk to a point. Cheesebro, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Martins tries to bank it back in. Ball is deflected out of bounds. It'll remain Indian ball as it was punched out by King. And it'll be a fresh 35 for Dartmouth. Here's Cheesebro. You know she's thinking about that three. Instead, she'll kick it left side to Barber. Down low. This is Zuber. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Ball is loose. Haley Martins has it. Tries to kick it back up top beyond the arc to Ganji. And before she does that, Brian Jalbert's going to burn his first timeout of the half. Again, it seems as though we're picking sort of right up where we left off in that first half. A lot of sloppy play on both sides to kick things off here in the new half. A lot of missed opportunities, a couple of fumbles and possession down by both teams attacking baskets as they were going toward the basket. And we have a lot of errant passes already happening on both sides, and I think that's why Brian Jalbert wanted to slow it down and call for a timeout and get his young ladies to refocus here, because there's a lot of basketball to be played and you're only on top by a single point. Despite Dartmouth being Division II and Brockton being Division I, these are league foes in the South Coast Conference, and based on records, based on strength of schedule, and teams that both of these squads have defeated so far this year, if you look at the records, this should still be a very winnable game for the Indians. That's a two-pointer. If it's good, the shot by Zuber is no good. Rebound to who else? King. Via King kicks it left side. Give and go now, the handoff over to Madison. Madison down low, shot is up. It's good, but we'll get a traveling violation called against Miles. So again, we have another turnover for the Boxers. That could have been Brockton's first lead of the ball game. Instead, Dartmouth still remains supreme. Here's Cheesebro down low, Martins. Off the window and in. Haley Martins, the senior forward, using her strength, using her size to bank it home. Indians back on top by three, coast to coast. Not to be outdone, says King. 23-22. And Dartmouth still has that lead, but again, by only a point. The Boxers are hanging around. Here's Cheesebro, left-handed shot, no good. Martins again off the rebound, no good. Rebound ball is loose, trying to save it from going out of bounds, and deflecting it from going out of bounds was Zuber, but she is unfortunately too far out of the end line with the ball, and it'll be Brockton ball with a chance to take their first lead of the evening. Let's see if they can do it. And here's the young lady to do it, Rivera. Backcourt violation, and over and back is called. You could hear head coach Barbara Enos, don't touch it, don't touch it, and she touched it. And it was a deflected ball. Indian ball, a huge break there on the follow-up by Rivera, inbound pass. Here's Cheesebro, Euro step, no good. That's one she makes 10 times out of 10. She was all alone. Speaking of all alone in transition, going for the layup shot was Simpson. Simpson tried that reverse layup. She's smacked on her way to the bucket. And they are going to call it in the act of shooting. It'll be a 2-shot foul for Simpson, and the foul's going to go against Remy Barber. That's her second personal, second team foul. And now it's not going to be a 2-shot foul. They called for 2. They were lined up both sides on the free throw line, and now they're going to do it under the basket. Again, more confusion by the officiating crew here tonight. And you folks know I'm not one to bag on the officials, and that's Cat Cheesebro from that 20-foot spot, as she always does, and she makes it 25-22. And again, I'm not one to bag on officials. That's not what I do, but man, there's been a lot of problems here tonight. We have a traveling violation called against King. I mean, that layup attempt by Simpson, that was clearly in the act of shooting. Both teams lined up at the free throw line for shots to be taken. And then the far side official made the signal and overruled the near side official and said inbounds. I tell you, I don't know. Looking to bring numbers up across the timeline and go 1-on-2 was Rivera. Rivera's tripped on her way up. It's going to be a kick ball as Rivera fell hard on the deck, and the foul is going to go against Kaylin Zuber. That's her third personal, third team foul on the trip. Here's King. Again, Brockton with a chance to tie the game. Here's the girl to do it, Rivera. Shot is up, no good. Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll remain Brockton ball. Here's Miles to inbound under the hoop. Inbound pass, Cheesebro swipes it, stolen, no good. Ball is loose. A lot of sloppy basketball going on here. Here's Miles, tries a bounce pass to Simpson. Down low, and that's going to be a traveling violation called. Check that, that was actually Carter, not Simpson. So Simpson is not called for the travel, it's Sonali Carter. And Dartmouth will now regain possession under their own basket with 3:14 to go. Here's Zuber over to Cheesebro. Right side, Ganji. Ganji down, nice touch pass. Ganji to Zuber, and Sullivan finishes. A tic-tac-toe, 27-22 your score. Left side jumper, no good, taken by Carter. Ball is loose, but again, the box out's there, and Rivera and the Boxers get a fresh shot clock. Simpson, floater, no good. Another box out, Miles shot, no good. Another rebound by Brockton. Carter shot, no good. We're gonna get a call on the floor here. We're gonna get a foul as we have to take a look at Ganji here. Ganji drew some contact. And we'll check up on Ganji in a minute, make sure she's okay. But before we do that, let's check out the tic-tac-toe, will ya? Ganji to Zuber, over to Sullivan, tic-tac-toe. And she threads the needle for 2, 27-24 your score. As you can see, Ganji still on the floor. looking like a lower right leg issue, but she's being looked at by the training staff here while we have a moment. And as Lily gets tended to, you can see both coaches, Enos of Brockton and Jalbert of Dartmouth, will use this opportunity for a little rest and respite and a little time out here to go over some strategy. Well, they're going to help Lily up, and she's being anchored by two of her teammates, so she'll take a seat off court and she'll get looked at. Hopefully, we'll see her again tonight. So now if you're Brian Jalbert, you've got quite the pickle, because Ganji, your point guard, at least for a little while, will be getting some medical treatment and attention on that right lower leg injury. Looks like she may have rolled her ankle on the contact. And as a result, Lindsay Barber will now come in, the freshman guard. We'll see what the freshman can do. Here's Zuber, over to Cheesebro, back up top to Lindsay. Lindsay looking for some kind of help, does not get it on the left side. That's a three by Zuber, no good. Grabbed by the Boxers and King and company. Layup is up, down low, and it's good. Sonali Carter, it's again a 1-point game, 27-26. Open three, left side, back iron by Remy Barber. Rebound grabbed by Carter, and the Indians now have a very scary situation before them, but we're going to get a traveling violation called as they once again, meaning the Boxers, cough up a golden opportunity to take the lead. The Indians find themselves, as I was about to say, in very scary territory here once again. Flirting with disaster, maintaining the slimmest of slim leads here, 1 point. Cheesebro looking for help, looking to find Sullivan. The pass is errant, out of bounds. Brockton ball with $1:37 to go. Here's Martins. Gives off on the right side to King. King draws two defenders. Rivera, 20 on the shot clock, takes a three. No good. Rebound, grabbed nicely by Carter. Carter, left side, put up that time taken by Miles, no good. Rebound to Zuber, and a nice box out by the Indians. Zuber looking to go coast to coast. Can't do it. Rebound, tie up on the rebound down low. It was tied up between Sullivan and King. It'll be a jump ball, and the arrow will now go back to Brockton with 1 minute to go here in the third. Jump shot on the left side by Carter, no good. The Indians have numbers if they want to press. Cheesebro, free throw line jumper, partially blocked. Much to the chagrin and controversy of the Brockton faithful, they want to say that that was all ball by Nevaeh King. Nonetheless, it'll be a two-shot foul for Kat Cheesebro, who's money in the bank at the free throw line. See, here we go again, more controversy at the free throw line. The crowd doesn't know what's going on. Brian Jalbert doesn't know what's going on. I don't know how that was not a two-shot foul. Both teams lined up again, and the near side official called for two, had the two fingers up for two shots. I'm at a loss here, folks. Here's Lindsay Barber. I've been doing basketball games for now 19 years. Never seen anything like it. Here's Lindsay Barber. Pass down low, stolen away by Rivera, and Brockton has a chance for the last shot if they so choose. They do not so choose. That's a three on the right side by Miles, no good. And Brockton now has a chance to try to slow it down here on defense. The ball is loose, out of bounds, deflected. Dartmouth ball on the pass by Cheesebro as it was deflected off of Miles with 11.8 ticks to go. Here's Lindsay Barber now to inbound. You're gonna look for a high pick here probably for Cheesebro. Kat with 6. You know she's gonna take the shot. She wants it. Takes a three. High and wide, out of bounds. And that is where and how we will end the third quarter of play. With the score, Dartmouth 27, Brockton 26. Stay tuned for the fourth and final quarter. Boy, we're going to have a photo finish here. And we're back, folks, for the fourth and final quarter. And I know we have the replay on that Cheesebro with what should have been a two-shot foul. That was just called a side. I mean, come on. Smacks are right in the hand, folks, in the act of shooting. Good Lord. Here's Kaylin Zuber to inbound right by us. Here's Barber, that's Lindsay Barber. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, boxed out again by Nevia King. She is a rebounding machine. Here's Rivera, bounce up, good. Brockton has their first lead of the night. Layla Rivera. I'm not sure what happened here. I think Barbara Enos was just given a warning by the near side official for coming out into the court. You don't mind seeing a little passion from your coaches. I have no problem with that. Here's Cheesebro. Shot is up and good. Just like a captain should, just like a leader should. When your team is struggling, you take the reins back in, and Dartmouth regains the lead, 29-28. And back in transition, Brockton loses it out of bounds. Dartmouth will get the ball back. Here's Lindsay. Lindsay drops it off to Kaylin Zuber. Back over to Lindsay. Barbara thought about that three, but she'll slow it down as we approach 1 minute gone here in the third. A parting of the sea, looking to go to the goal with Zuber. Instead, she'll kick it over to Barber. That's Remy. Barber's shot no good, but all alone with a layup opportunity with Zuber. Shot was no good, but the rebound put back was up. No good again, but however, in the process, Haley Martins draws the contact, and she'll shoot two, we think, this time. The foul is going to go against Nevia King. That's her fourth personal, first team foul. And yes, folks, those of you who are watching us right now, your eyes don't deceive you. We have free throws being taken after the signal was made for free throws. Martins misses them both, but Kat Cheesebro grabs the rebound. The putback by Zuber is no good. Blocked, and here comes King. King draws 1-on-2, tries to thread the needle over to Sonali Carter. Stolen away, Cheesebro, free throw line jumper, splash. 31-28, Dartmouth now has grown their lead to a full bucket at 3. Here's Rivera. Down low layup, no good. Rebound grabbed and corralled by Miles. She's stripped away. Here's Cheesebro. Stops, pops, left side, Barber, a three, bang! Remy Barber! And Dartmouth is finally clicking on offense, and Barbara Enos has seen enough. She's gonna call a timeout. Let's take a look at that three by Remy Barber. And again, led by Kat Cheesebro. Watch here, draws two defenders, finds the open Barber, left side, nothing but net. And Dartmouth has swung the pendulum and has swung the momentum from a 1-point deficit to now a 6-point lead as the Indians have gone on a 7-0 run over the last minute. 34-28 your score. And the Indian fans and student body in attendance are probably thinking, now that's our Lady Indians. That's what we've been seeing all year long. A high-octane, high-clicking offense. In basketball 101, it seems pretty simple, right? If your best player, meaning Cheesebro, is going to continue to be double and triple teamed, then get her the ball, kick it out to the open person. And that time, that was what the strategy was, and it worked perfectly for the junior guard, Remy Barber, as she hits that three. Let's see what the Boxers do here in transition as they try to counterpunch. You see a full court press defense now here by Dartmouth, but Brockton is able to crack center. Nicely done. Here's Rivera. Over to Madison. Bounce pass, stolen away. Ball is loose on the floor, grabbed by Lindsey Barber. The Indians have a 3-on-2. Cheesebro, yes! Cheesebro will get the credit for the bucket, but it doesn't happen without a nice bounce pass by Lindsey Barber. Out of bounds. Rivera tried to pass it back wing to wing, looking to find Tajia Madison. Out of bounds. Dartmouth ball again. Now let's take a look at that last bucket. Sure, it's Cheesebro who gets the 2, but she doesn't get that 2 if not for the assist of Lindsey Barber. Let's keep that in mind. Floater, baseline, yes! Remy Barber, and just like that, it's an 11-0 run for the Indians and a 10-point lead. Stolen away on the pass across the timeline as it was taken away by Barber. Barber now back up top. She has the hot hand. Bounce down low. Swing it around. We go below the deck as it was going from Zuber to Martins, but it was stolen away by Brockton. Outlet pass out of bounds. Way too far in front of the streaking Simpson. Dartmouth ball. Now with a 10-point lead, I really think it behooves the Indians to slow it down. Bleed some clock here. No need to rush a shot. Palming violation called by a Barber. As soon as I said that, we get an unnecessary turnover by the Indians. Just surpassed the 5-minute mark here. Nice strip away and a steal by Zubra. She steals it away from Rivera, but it's stolen right back by Carter. Carter down low. The layup is up and good for King. Once again, the lead for Dartmouth has been shrunk to single digits. It's 38-30. Left side, 3. Barber rolls around and out. No good. Rebound to who else? King. Rivera tries to go across court, can't do it all alone, and Zuber cleans up the mess. Kaylin Zuber banks it in, and it's again a 10-point lead for Dartmouth. Trying the turnaround shot or a pass that time for Brockton was Carter. Carter was slapped on the turnaround, slapped by Kaylin Zuber. It's going to go against. That's going to be Kaylin's 4th personal, first team foul here in the half. Well, of the quarter, I should say. Second half, first quarter. Inbounds pass deflected by Zuber out of bounds. It'll remain Brockton ball as it went off the fingertips of Kaylin. 4:09 to go. We're getting into the later half of this 4th and final stanza. Baseline floater is up and good by Tajia Madison. The lead again, back to 8 points, 40-32 with 3:54 to go. Here's Barber, who's played nicely off the bench. Turnaround jumper by Cat, no good. Rebound to Simpson. Simpson looking to go coast to coast. Ball is loose. We have a jump ball call as Barber tries to strip it away from Simpson. And the arrow's going to remain with Brockton on the jump ball. King down low. Turnaround shot taken by Montero is good, but it's before the whistle. Well, after the whistle, I should say. The contact happened before the basket was made. It's a non-shooting foul. The foul is going to go against Haley Martins. That's her 3rd personal, 2nd team foul here in the quarter. Montero tries to gain a handle. She can't do it. Stolen by Cheesebro. Here's Cat. Drop it. Left side. You know Remy Barber wanted to huck that baby up. She's had the hot hand here in this quarter. She decided to keep it down. Left side, that's a 3. Taken by Haley Zuber, no good. Rebound to Brockton, and now they've got numbers in transition. Here's Simpson. Simpson loses control, hits the ground. Waiting for the call from the far side official. We're going to get a contact call. It's going to be a foul against Brockton. It's going to be Dartmouth ball as the foul is going to go against Simpson. That's Simpson's 4th personal, 2nd team foul, and she got too aggressive on that loose ball. Cheesebro draws 3 defenders. As a result, finds the wide open Barber. Shot no good. Offensive board put back up by Martins, no good. Deflected out of bounds. And we'll get a timeout before the inbounds pass is made here. So we'll get a timeout again by Barbara Enos. .40-32 your score here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center with the Indians on top. Glad you've decided to spend part of your day and or evening with us. Ian Abreu here with you courtside. We appreciate your support. And of course, we wouldn't be doing this tonight if not for the excellent, and then I mean first-class production by our first-rate crew, led by Peter Chase and Chad Amaral tonight in the truck, as well as our videographers and graphics folks all around. Thank you for what you do. Well, we had a full timeout call by Barbara Enos, so now the buzzer was just sounded. We'll see what happens here. Plenty of time, by the way, for Brockton to come back. Only an 8-point game with 3 minutes to go, 2:58 to be precise. All right, a fresh shot clock, and here is Haley. Over to Kaylin Zuber. Zuber is stripped away, and now here we go with it. As Brockton comes in transition, we're going to get a foul in transition as taking it toward the right side of the arc was Simpson. Simpson is smacked as she goes to the right side. She was smacked by Remy Barber. That's her third personal, third team foul here in the quarter. King looking to find a streaking Miles out of bounds Dartmouth ball. Here's Lindsay Barber. Cheesebro, 1-on-4, turnaround, yes! Kat Cheesebro split the D amongst 4 boxers and banked it home, and trying to go across center. Another steal by Cheesebro to Barber, down to Cheesebro again on the give and go, no good. There is a foul, there is contact down low in the act of shooting. And the foul is gonna go against Tajia Madison, and Lindsay Barber is gonna shoot 2 at the charity stripe. Take a look at that last Cheesebro basket. 1-on-4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Unbelievable. And still was able to hit it nothing but twine. Lindsay gets her own rebound, and it's good! Lindsay Barber missed 2 free throws, but she wasn't going to sit back and accept defeat. She crashed the board, laid it in for 2, getting her own offensive rebound and cracking the scorer's sheet. Turnaround shot by Miles, no good. Rebound loose out of bounds. We have some debate on whose ball it's going to be. It's going to be Dartmouth. And let's take a look at that offensive putback by Barber on her second missed shot. Very nice. Much to her credit, but also much to the demise of the Boxer defense. They sort of stood around like deers in the headlight. Here's Cheesebro. 1-on-3, drops it back to Barber. Barber over to Zuber. Cheesebro cutting. 3/4 of the way in and out. Gets her own rebound. Bang. Not the prettiest time she'll ever crack the scorer's sheet, but 2 points is 2 points, and she'll take it. 46-32 your score. They don't ask you how, they ask you how many. Speak of the devil, she was just called for her second personal foul on the hand check. That's her second personal, 4th team foul here in the quarter with a $1:25 to go. King, yes. Both feet were within the line, so it's a two-pointer, 12-point game, 46-34 your score. Here's Barber, and very smartly, by the way, she's slowing it down. 20 on the shot clock, 102 on the game. Unless a collapse of catastrophic proportions were to happen, you're going to get an Indian victory here. Jump ball called, and the arrow should be going back to Dartmouth, and it will. 12 on the shot, 55.5 on the game. Here's Cheesebro with 5 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. In and out. Rebound grabbed by Miles. Trying to crack that full court pressure, and she does. Over to Simpson. Simpson, a floater. High and wide. It actually ends up going into the basket, but it is out of bounds because it ended up hitting the black stanchion behind. That's holding up the basket. 34.9 to go. 35 on the game. On the shot clock, the ball is deflected out of bounds on the contact as Miles bumped into Cheesebro. And the foul is going to go against Miles. That's her first personal, 4th team foul. And with the shot clock turned off, I'm going to assume that Dartmouth is just going to bleed the clock down. Back up top to Barber. Hands off to Cat. Cat gets it stripped away out of bounds, but it goes off of the hand of Madison. It'll remain Dartmouth ball with 9.2 to go. And we are 9.2 away from another Dartmouth High School victory. Over to Barber. Back up top to Kalen, and that'll do it. With the victory, the Dartmouth High School Indians are going to improve to 13-1 on the 2023-2024 campaign and 5-1 in the South Coast Conference. And with the loss, the Brockton Boxers are going to fall to 6-6. On behalf of Peter Chase, Chad Amaral, and our entire productions crew, the final score for the final time. The homestanding Dartmouth High School Indians 46, the visiting Brockton High School Boxers 34. On behalf of all of us, this is Ian Abreu saying so long, everybody, and we'll see you at our next telecast later on this week. Again, this has been an exclusive production of DCTV.